Okay, so I wanted to react to this video. I haven't seen it before. It's called Woman Realizes Viral TikTok Destroyed Her Career. And this is by EW Bodycam. Link to the original video will be in the description.
I've been to work for the state, and if I have to watch your cheeks hanging out again, I...
What is she talking about? I know they're showing a clip from the middle of the video. I have Okay, let's just
will call CPS. We're all sitting over there. You don't get to touch me. Then don't look.
Due to the shortness of her skirt, it was like this, and you could see everything open.
Here's this woman I don't know who just came up and touched my bare butt. Like, I have no clue who this is.
A video.
Okay, she absolutely should not have done that. Why was that girl's bare butt out just, were they in public? Because then there's another issue. Again, absolutely should not have touched her. But what the heck?
Video of a heated confrontation between a mother and a group of younger women goes viral.
Also, I'm sorry, what kind of mental space do you have to be in to think it is acceptable to go out and just touch somebody like that? And be like, no, it's your fault. I assume that's what's gonna happen.
It captured the aftermath of the older woman tugging on the younger one's skirt, claiming to prevent lewdness. Drama reaches untenable heights as police...
Oh, she was just wearing a short dress. Oh my gosh.
...seek the truth in a case of conflicting, sensationalist reports. The following is based on official police records. It's the evening of April 20th, 2024. Sakura, a Japanese steakhouse in St. George, Utah, is booked with high schoolers before their spring formal dance. Footage uploaded to TikTok captures a heated confrontation between waiting diners.
I have been to work for the state, and if I have to watch
What?
Between waiting diners.
Oh, between the diners. I thought it was between the waiters and the diners. Oh, that would have been... That would have made this all more ridiculous.
I have been to work for the state, and if I have to watch your cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS.
Over 18.
She is 19 years old.
You don't get to touch her. You don't get to touch her.
What's captured on camera is only a fraction of what each side would later claim happened.
You don't get to touch her.
We're all sitting over there.
You don't get to touch her. Then don't look.
The clip, posted by CC Snow, is viewed over 500,000 times within hours. But what viewers don't know yet is that the woman threatening to call CPS does in fact work inside the Utah Attorney General's office.
Oh, I thought it was like she did a viral trend. No, this was the TikTok and it went viral and she lost her job or something. Oh, they probably didn't like that she was giving the
The older
government a bad
woman,
name.
later identified as 48-year-old Ida Ann Lorenzo, files an incident report with the St. George Police Department as she perceives that her family's safety is at stake.
We were at a restaurant yesterday.
My family's safety's at stake. There's a woman, it's really scary. There's a woman wearing a short dress. It's really scary. Send police now. Send the SWAT, send the FBI, send Homeland Security. It's really scary.
I was sitting with a 10-year-old sitting on my right-hand side. A bunch of girls walk in. Their skirts were so short that as we're standing there, I see the 10-year-old pointing to one of them, and you could see her entire and the butt cheeks and everything hanging out. And immediately I was like, oh my
Okay, I don't want to say she's making that up, but I do think it was not that bad.
God, that is completely inappropriate. We do not need to be sitting at a restaurant having a 10-year-old look at someone's private part. They were saying that this particular group of girls, they're called the Slut Squad, and they were just bullies. They bullied everybody around them. And in my opinion, if 17-year-olds that are going to a high school ball are sitting there calling them bullies and they're known and labeled as the stripper squad, in my opinion, they're fully aware that the behavior is not okay.
She claims to have only acted because the police could not in a timely manner. She meets the responding officer.
Yeah, that's a good
the
idea. Yeah. Well, actually I understand that because the other day I was in the bank. I was making a withdrawal And this guy came in and he shot a gun up in the air and he said, "Everybody on the ground." And he was robbing the bank. And we were there maybe about 30 seconds and the police hadn't come yet. And I was like, somebody's got to do something about this. So I stood up and I tackled the bank robber and I saved everybody in the bank. So I definitely understand where she's coming from. Yeah. That's a real thing that happened, by the way.
Day.
Hello, are you Ida?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Good.
Good to meet you. So, these little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day. Not only did they took it down from St. George Post and her Facebook, but now she put it on Instagram, and now she put it on TikTok. Like, at some point, something needs to be done and needs to be stopped, and they have a reputation for doing this, which is why none of the minor kids wanted to get up and say anything. And so, I don't...
The video she posted has currently reached 517,000 views.
Huh?
If this video gets 517,000 views, I'll backflip off of the Empire State Building into the Hudson River. If this video gets 517,000 views in a year, I will backflip off the Empire State Building into the Hudson Canal.
Dale.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that she was not wearing any underwear?
As we could see, yeah, exactly. We could see pubic hair, skin, and everything, like, honestly.
Are you saying the opening?
Yes, because we were actually seated and she was standing up and she was at a higher.
So you were under her?
Wait. I forgot what I was even going to say. It says this destroyed her career. So she was wrong about all of this? Like, again, she shouldn't have touched the girl. But I'm just confused. Did they get, like, footage or whatever? And I don't know. I'll shut up and watch it. I'll shut up and watch it.
Was actually seated and she was standing up and she was at a higher.
So you were under her?
Speechless.
Due to the shortness of her skirt, it was like this, and you could see everything open. Not only were there minors involved that were all seated around me, but my son was present as well. That's the only reason why I was like, listen, you're hanging out in front of minors. That's not something that you should take lightly.
Well, just contact your employers, let them know the situation and that they might be getting...
Well, I talked to one of the attorneys and they're like, I talked to my boss and she was like, if she actually was showing her body parts, she's gonna get charged.
Shortly after Ida gives her statement, the other
Yeah, she probably would have if you didn't, like, go up and start touching her.
side of the story presents itself from none other than the recipient of Ida's unwanted skirt tug, 19-year-old Avery Leroy. She agrees to come down to the station accompanied by witnesses.
She came up, reached her hands, her cold hands went up my skirt, and I felt her hands up my skirt, and then I felt like a tug. And like my skirt doesn't go down much farther, like it's not that short of a skirt. And so I felt this tug and I like whip around thinking it's one of my friends or something.
She's not wearing the skirt, and I understand, but I think she should have showed up in the skirt. Because then the cops would be like, oh yeah, this lady's crazy.
And I'm just kind of standing there in shock, so I'm like, here's this woman I don't know who just came up and touched my bare butt. Like, I have no clue who this is.
So I stood behind her and I was like, go like this with my clothes.
This also, I'm sorry, because I know this is like, this situation is so ridiculous. I feel like this should have been on an episode of Friends or something, you know, and this would be Joey, and this would be, like, who? Phoebe? Rachel? Right? And I know this is, like, I feel bad for her, because this lady should not have touched her, but the situation is so, what the heck?
And I was like, you know, you should probably cover up. And then at that point, she turned and she was like that. And as you can see, they were mob rushing at me as I was trying to stand behind her to cover her butt.
She does that, and then she says, "You're underage, you should probably hide that. If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on."
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
And then she came back up a second time after Avery came up. Our other friend Avery, fun fact, same name. She was standing right next.
Did she just say fun fact?
Second time after Avery came up. Our other friend Avery, fun fact, same name. And the second time she came up, she touched both their hips and squeezed them,
Like pinched us.
and said she was going to call Child Protective Services if we didn't.
This lady is... Bro, leave these people alone. Leave them alone.
If she saw
And then
them,
the
but
rest
she
was on
saw
video.
I saw the video, and I think 57,000 other people saw it too.
Yeah.
57, 570,000 people, I think is what they said. A little over 250,000.
More of Avery's friends
Well, now
join
everybody
her
that's seen this video. Yeah, see. Videos everywhere.
at the police station to give witness statements.
What did she say exactly before? Because the video doesn't. It's bits and pieces. But did she identify who she was?
She just said, "I work for this state," and pulled out an ID and it just said her name.
But none of
So
us
she
saw
gave you
her
that.
until
Yeah.
later. Like, we didn't find it until we posted it on
And
the
and she was like, "I work for this state. You guys are all done. Like, I'm calling the cops and CPS. Like, you guys are toast."
Fun fact, I also work for the state. Yeah, I'm an HR specialist for the state.
As the other side of the story appears to fill in, one of Avery's friends makes a claim about Ida's activities before the incident that night.
One of our friends that was at the birthday dinner with us, after that happened, she sent the video to
Oh, no, nobody cares because they just said birthday dinner. For my birthday this year, I got a steak and a salmon. Delicious. I could not finish all of it. It was so good. Couldn't finish all of it. Took the rest home. The day after, I heated it up and I was gonna finish it, and it was just a little piece of salmon because it was like, the side piece. But my cat was right there, and I was like, oh, I'll give him a little piece of salmon because he's a cutie pie. And then of course I had to give my sister's cat a little piece of salmon. So I had to share my salmon with my cats, which is okay, I guess.
her mom, and her mom was like, "No way,
It was
that
really
lady
good,
was at the brewery less than an hour ago, causing a crazy scene." And so then she showed
They were
up
at a
there,
brewery?
and got the video to her mom, and her mom was like, "No way, that lady was at the brewery less than an hour ago, causing a crazy scene." And so then she showed up there, and when she was looking at us, like her eyes, like she wouldn't look at anybody in the eyes when she was talking. Like she just did not seem all there.
A standing ovation from everyone that was seating behind me.
That's totally
because I
beside the point legally.
covered, but because of
She did not get a standing ovation. Let me tell you that right now. Nobody else noticed. Nobody else cared. They had no clue what was going on until everybody was all, bunched up like a bunch of kids. Fight, fight, fight. They didn't know. They weren't cheering for you. No, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
the sensitivity of the nature, and everyone thought she was a minor because she did look like a minor, and there was a ton of kids. It was the high school ball.
Did you think she was a minor?
Yes, I did. I actually thought she was, and that's why I was like,
I just don't
So
understand.
he
I don't
got
understand why you
charged.
went up and touched her.
While the officer attempts to argue personal space, Ida redirects focus to the opposing group, who she
She's like, no, that doesn't matter that I touched her. What matters is her skirt was short. You do understand that's the real issue here. Right, officer? Right, officer? Right, officer?
argues is known for disruptive antics. Atop the applause she claims to have received, she says she has the full support of the restaurant owner. The only problem is that Avery makes the same claim.
The
restaurant comps our meal, like they gave us 20% off our meal, like they felt so bad. The restaurant was on our side completely. They didn't say my skirt was too short at all.
Yeah, because nobody cared. This woman is the only person that cared about this woman's skirt. I'll tell you right now. That crazy lady, only person that cared about this girl's skirt. Nobody else cared. Nobody else.
After Ida claims over the phone that a former employer requests that she close her LinkedIn profile, she returns to the police station to fill out a witness statement.
Not the LinkedIn profile. Oh no!
Form.
I had my concerns from the get-go. And I'm going to just be straight up with you because this is kind of where we're at. You said you talked to her first.
Right, I was trying to talk to her, yes.
After you pulled her skirt.
Well, I covered her
Do you understand how a reasonable person would be like, I was just touched? No conversation before that? And then I actually thought she was a high school student.
That makes it worse! Oh my gosh, this lady is crazy. Well, I thought she was in high school. That makes it worse. That makes it worse. That makes it worse.
That's worse.
The rest of all
That's
the
what I
kids
mean.
over
That's
there.
worse. That makes it worse for me. I don't like that. You mentioned that you saw this girl's opening, pubic hair,
Well, we could
creases,
see.
all of the above.
Yep.
The girl has sent me a video of her twirling in that skirt, photos of the skirt. She was wearing underwear and shorts underneath her underwear.
Do you want me to put out there into the whole
Which
world?
skirt was it?
Shorts underneath her, twirling in that skirt.
Was it this
Photos
skirt?
of the skirt. She was wearing underwear.
Or was it this skirt? Who was it? Because I thought it was this white skirt, because that makes sense, but this is like short, or not short. This is a lot longer than this.
And shorts underneath her underwear.
Do you want me to put out there into the whole world that I saw her vagina?
I don't. I want you to touch her first off. How much did you drink that night?
I actually hadn't been drinking at all.
You were not drinking at all?
No.
She's like, I didn't drink, officer. I did like maybe a couple of grams of meth and then smoked a blunt. But I would never drink alcohol.
Not before that.
Not before, it was after?
Right. We had dinner. We actually sat down and we had dinner.
You don't think alcohol is impairing your judgment for this?
No.
And when you're saying, I work for the state, I'm this and that, I'll do this, you're airing out that you got to be held to a little higher standard like me. The hardest part for me with this is I understand your concerns as maybe a mother and as a community citizen. I get that. But
Well, not to mention
you
that
took action on this. There was no incident. You created it. You put it into action. The consequences of your actions have been all of this. This has nothing to do with them. Today, you're going to be placed under arrest for sexual battery. Okay? So that's...
Sorry, I'm allergic to tomfoolery.
the unfortunate side of all this.
You're arresting me?
Right now, you are under arrest, okay? So you'll just face my sergeant and put your hands behind your back.
Ida is placed in handcuffs without incident while the sergeant calls her son to pick up her car parked outside.
But I'm probably going to lose my job now because of it. And all I was trying to do is to be conscientious of the fact that she was really exposing herself. And
do you think she was drinking? I forget if she said. I thought he said she didn't. I thought he asked and she said, no, I didn't drink. And then he said, alcohol's impairing your judgment. Like, gosh, she doesn't seem drunk. But, I mean, she's probably not super drunk if she drank. She's just a little bit, you know. I don't know. The thing is, even if she was entirely sober, I could see somebody thinking that their actions here were acceptable when they absolutely weren't. That's what's crazy to me. Like she 100%, at least in this moment, thinks she's in the right. I hope later on, like, she realized, oh crap, what I did was actually very wrong.
yeah, I've already told you, so I probably should quit talking at this point.
Ida Lorenzo was booked at the Purgatory Correctional Facility in Hurricane, Utah for sexual battery.
She went to purgatory for that? I mean, what she did was wrong, but I don't know about purgatory.
According to news sources, the Office of the Utah Attorney General terminated her employment the next day. And despite wielding her position like a sword, she'd only been employed as a probationary worker for a little over a month. On July 28th,
I bet she still tells people that. I'm a government employee. You have to do what I say. I was fired 6 years ago. I only worked there for 2 weeks before I was fired for sexual battery.
2024, Ida entered a plea in abeyance for a reduced Class B misdemeanor charge that would carry no sentence. Following a hearing which took place on July 29, 2025, the case was dismissed. If you'd like to see select new videos or...
That was a good video. Again, link to the original video will be in the description. This is it here. Yeah. What the heck is this? Okay, anyways. Yep, that'll be the video.